Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. I'm back, and I'll be honest with you, I'm still kind of freaked out about what happened yesterday, so I'm like, that can't be topped. So I still think it's going to be a good live today, but I'm still thinking about that eagle ray. So if you're new to the channel, you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about. I've been doing lives every day ever since, Maui's kind of coming back around with COVID. I'm trying to show the beautiful island of Maui and raise awareness for the Maui Food Bank. And last night we had an eagle ray, or a spotted eagle ray, something jump out of the water right when I said, hey buddy, it's your turn to, it's your chance to be a YouTube star. So if you haven't watched that video, go check it out. But if you are new to the channel, welcome, aloha. My name is Eric West. I'm a real estate agent here on the beautiful island of Maui. And this video is going to be about what a lot of these videos have been about, which is the best Airbnbs and the best VRBOs that you can stay in Hawaii, and specifically Maui, Hawaii. And where am I standing today? Well, I am standing at the beautiful Maui Kai. And if you're new to these videos, please subscribe and thumbs up. But you'll notice real quick that we're a very active, participating audience here. We're all becoming fast friends because we have this in common right here. Boom! We all love this place, and some of us call it home, some of us call it a vacation, soon to happen. But one thing you can call Maui, and it is beautiful. Honestly, when I was driving down here just now to come do this live, it just struck me as I'm looking out over at Maui Kai, which is over here to the right. It just hit me. It's like, this place is so beautiful. It never honestly ceases to amaze me, and it's a real honor, privilege, joy to bring it to you every day, and to show you maybe a place to come stay, because that's really what it's all about right now as we are recovering from the COVID bomb that went off in everyone's life. It's for you guys to come over here and have some rest and relaxation, have some R&R, and to help the economy get back on track. We need our visitors back in a big way. And also, if you haven't had a chance, please do me a huge favor and Google up the I'm on a gimbal, by the way, and it's kind of drifting this way. It's kind of funny. But if you haven't seen the Maui Food Line video, please Google that, search it up in YouTube, please watch it, please share it. I've noticed the views have kind of gone down the last few days, so I need you guys to kick in, help me out, because we're still raising money for that effort. It hasn't gone away. We still need to raise awareness. I won't stop until we're at 1 million views, I swear. And it's not because, YouTube doesn't pay you money. Like, really, there's people that like take pictures of like snails on YouTube and they get 5 million views in like an hour. Mr. Beast, all this crazy stuff that doesn't help anyone. So please share that video, please watch it. Honestly, it'll move you, it'll bring a tear to your eye. And I really am trying to raise awareness for that effort. So I do have the one wheel waiting. We are gonna go for a little adventure. I'm gonna show you around like I always do, hoping to introduce you to some new places you haven't seen, or maybe you're thinking about coming here. Over here, look at that, boom, the Mahana. There it is, the twin. By the way, what you're seeing here are the two closest buildings built on the ocean in West Maui. Like, you cannot literally get closer than this. It'll never happen again. It would be completely illegal. It breaks every current setback law. And I call these the boat, because sometimes if your lanai is down here, literally you could get sprayed when it's high surf. I mean, you get sprayed. This is a boat. And so let's take a look around, and we're going to be checking back on the sunset here, obviously, hoping it erupts. I'll be honest with you, I was a little late today. I locked my keys in my truck right before I started the live, and I was like, oh. So I have to deal with that, and I'm in a public parking place, and just in case you guys don't know, they do shut the gates at 7 or 8 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to come back and get locked in. But you know what? I give all. I sacrifice all for you guys. Here we are. This is the on-site Maui Kai rental program. This is the lobby. And by the way, this property here, just to give you a little bit of background on it, like I said, it was one of the first buildings that was built here in 1969. It is fee simple, and there's about 1.72 acres that it sits on, so a pretty decent little chunk of ground. And yeah, it's very close to the ocean, as I mentioned. It does have a pool and a spa, but you'll notice, unlike the Mahana, the pool and the spa are back here. You see where that building is back there? That's where the pool and the spa are. So it's not an oceanfront pool. So kind of good to know. You know, it's one kind of minor drawback. Minor would be the word there, minor. But if you want that oceanfront pool, you'll have to go next door at the Mahana. This building here has got 10 floors total over here to the left. I'll try to show it to you. Again, I'm on the gimbal, so I got to do everything a little bit slower. And there's these are all 1 bedroom, 1 bath. There are some studios. They range in size from 336 square feet all the way up to 934. Basically, there's 8 units on every floor. And like I said, it does have a pool and a spa where that lovely gentleman is just walking out of. But we're going to keep cruising because I want to head over to the Mahana as well. We're gonna make some time today. I've been watching these videos I've been making for you guys. They're going a little long. I don't want it to go, you know, if you can get someone to watch 3 minutes on YouTube, you get like awards from YouTube. So the one last night was like 45 minutes. I'm like a television show, you know. I'm like, nobody watches anything for 45 minutes, but I know I've had a few people watch for that long, so that's kind of cool. Thank you. This is the manager's residence here, by the way, if you're curious. A nice little car wash area back here, you know. That's cool. Oh, by the way, the HOAs here, they do cover your electricity, which is super nice. Water, you know, sewer, all cable, all that kind of good stuff, landscaping. But sometimes if you see a little higher HOA, it's because it does include electricity. Normally it doesn't, but if an HOA looks a little higher than normal, you know, ask your favorite realtor, Eric, hey man, does this include the electricity? So just to give you orientation where we're at right now, I always try to do that for you. This is the road, Kaanapali Shores. Over here is the Pink Hotel, and this is, by the way, if you're staying up in Kaanapali Shores or at the Pink Hotel, anywhere, this is how you kind of cross over into the beach park where my truck currently has its keys locked in, and that'll take you down to the beach walk that I did the other day where you have Dukes, and the Honua Kai is right over here to my left. But let's just head back over. But keep this little gate in mind because this is critical, right? This is a critical little spot. You have to know it's a public use gate. And that is the way to the beach if you're staying at the Mahana or Maui Kai. Because there are seawall properties. There's a little bit of beach in front of the Mahana, but whoa, 3D effect there. Okay, so here we are at the Mahana. Stands for twins in Hawaiian because they're two basically twin buildings. This one was built in 1975. Over here to the right, you can see some nice tennis courts. And it sits on 5 acres, so quite a bit bigger than the Maui Kai. There's 216 units here. Whereas if you remember, the Maui Kai, I think, had 80. So quite a few more over here. And they vary in size from 456 square feet all the way up to 1,214. And you do have studios, 1 and 2 bedroom, excuse me, and many of the 1 bedrooms have 2 baths, so that's unusual. I know a lot of people want to have that extra bathroom for guests and stuff like that, so keep that in mind. But this is a very, very, very nice resort. Pulls in top dollar, and yes, I'm going to get off the one wheel so I'll never get in trouble ever again, because that was not cool what happened last night. But here we go. I'm off the one wheel. I'm going to stash it right here. Hopefully no one steals it. We're going to head in. The beautiful lobby area they have here. Little Hawaiian music going. So you can kind of tell a little bit of the difference between the Maui Kai and the Mahana in terms of the fit and finish of just that lobby area. So here we are. So you know how this has got the pool that's right there in between the buildings and faces the ocean. So a little bit more of a premium pool location, if you will. Thumbs up if you've stayed at the Mahana, if you love the Mahana, if you want to rent a unit at the Mahana, and of course if you want to buy one, you know who to call, right? There's some beautiful hot tub over there. I kind of wanted to respect their privacy, not just shove a camera in front of their face, you know what I mean? But anyway, nice hot tub. You can tell this was all recently redone. Nice 9-foot pool. You know, you can tell it was built in the 70s when they made real pools. And let's get a shot over here of the sunset real quick. You can see here they're doing some window cleaning. Lots of maintenance hours happening on these buildings that are close to the ocean, obviously, because, like I said, it's like owning a boat because of that salt water. Have some nice shuffleboard right here. I mean, what's a Hawaiian vacation without some shuffleboard, a luau, and a blender full of ice and other stuff? And the other thing that's really cool about the Mahana is you have this little strip of grass in front of the buildings. So unlike Maui Kai, it's sort of a little concrete wall area. Here you have some nice grass that you can sit in, relax, enjoy. Now granted, there's a pretty big price differential between the Mahana and the Maui Kai. So Maui Kai is sort of like the Mahana light, if you will. Are you guys digging this gimbal, huh? Is this smooth or what? So let's see what the beach looks like today in front of the Mahana. Like I said, there's usually a little strip. And I didn't lie. Look at that. You can see that. Matter of fact, and this is kind of high tidy right now. So let's go over here to the stairs and I'll show you. And the cool thing is, if you stay here, you don't have to go through that little gate that I showed you to get on the beach walk. You can just walk right from this area right here. Check it out. I love the gentleman that commented that I have to work my way up to, you know, bringing whales out of the water someday. It's gonna happen, I promise you. It's gotta happen. It's like my destiny. So look at that, huh? See that? Look at that shot. All the way down Black Rock at the very end. That's Black Rock, Sheraton. But you could literally start your morning jog right here and go. So the Mahana has got a little bit more buffer between itself and the ocean, but yet it still has this wonderful, you know, wall of boulders for protection. And yes, you're no question, we've had a little bit of, I wouldn't say it's weather, but you know, it actually rained, I think, today in Lahaina a little bit, and you can see these clouds, some drama happening over there. Obviously over here to the right we have the beautiful island of Molokai, and over here we have the beautiful island of Lanai. There's a sunset cruise going on right there. That's the Terralani that I think we saw last night. And yeah, I just don't know what's going to happen with all this cloud cover, if we're going to get a burst of color, or if it's just going to kind of, you know, go from this to dark. But we're going to stick around for a little bit. Matter of fact, I thought the next cool thing to do would be to go down to the beach walk and show you that, guys. Show that to you guys, and then watch the sunset from there, because honestly I just want to ride the one wheel some more. So thumbs up if you love the Mahana. Love any comments you have, any shout outs for anyone that you've worked with here, or a unit that you like to stay in, a favorite, a management company that you've had exceptional experience with. I don't know about you guys, but the favorite thing I love about videos is reading the comments, because I watch the video, I scroll the comments, and it's just entertaining, number one, and number two, you can learn cool stuff, because people, you know, there's enough advertising out there. We know that's not the truth. You get the truth from the people that are willing to share what they actually experienced. So thank you for doing that. Super appreciate it. Oh, what you got there? Oh. Oh, what's it doing?
Wait, that's not.
It's dying. Wow, that's nuts, man. Hey, thanks for pointing that out, guys. Huh, okay. Wasn't quite as cool as like the eagle ray that jumped out of the water, but hey, I'll take a beetle. A dying beetle. Little Beetlejuice. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna sneak through the lobby again, just to give you a nice little shot down here. There's two towers, obviously, the Molokai Tower. This is an Aston property, so that's your Aston front desk right there, as of the shooting of this video. And by the way, I get this question a lot. People go, hey, do I have to use the on-site management company? And the answer is no. You can use an off-site management company. I have a couple of favorites that I have found are exceptional. They charge 25% and really, really do a good job. So if you ever want a referral, I'm more than happy to put you in touch with the owners of those companies, and if you're not satisfied. By the way, I think a hallmark of a good management company today is, they got their technology dialed, right? They have apps that you can use to check out what's going on. They're on Airbnb, VRBO. They have it on every site known to man. And that's how you compete. Some of these older companies, they're still, stuck in the whatever 90s to early 2000s. You gotta have it everywhere. So I know there's a few dinosaurs around that are still charging, 35, 45%. Sorry guys, the market's changed. So hit me up if you want to know my recommendations in that department. Okay, here we go. We're going to show you. That's a little cut over, obviously, that I showed you earlier. Here is the Honopi'ilani Park, where we started the beach walk from last time. It's a great park. For you surfers out there, this is where the surf break is at. That's called Rainbows. When it's breaking, it's super fun. And this is where you would park. There's my truck. I have no idea how I'm going to get into it later, but hey, I'm actually supposed to meet somebody after this too, so yeah, it's all good, man. Just claim Maui time. Works every time. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Over here, just to the left, is Honua Kai. Another shout out. And by the way, you might be wondering, hey, why is this realtor, besides trying to, sell condos, why is he shouting out these condominiums and not the hotels? Well, because each one of these condominiums is individually owned and operated, and I want to bring attention to that. So maybe you'll book with one of these condos instead of going to the big hotels. Honestly, the big hotels furloughed everybody on like day 2 of this thing. Not a lot of mercy. So yeah, and of course these condo owners, they use management companies that are local. They use local cleaners. They use local, everything is local with these guys, but they are our property owners. They contribute to our tax base, and thank you if you're one of those property owners. We appreciate that. I understand how the economics of the government works, and supporting a community, and those tax dollars go to keep our community going. So thank you for that. Over here is Duke's. As you can see, Duke's is not open yet, so I don't know when. See if there's any information here, but thumbs up if you love Duke's. What do we got here? Open beginning October 29th. Well, there it is. Oh, 12 to 4 lunch. So there it is. Breaking news. Duke's is about to open up. And here's a nice shot of the Hokulani building. Thumbs up if you're an owner there. Beautiful resort, no question. Of course, today we're focused on Maui Kai and Mahana, so forget about the Honua Kai for now. But it's in, as you can see, the Mahana and Maui Kai are in good company as far as their location on this beach, North Kaanapali Beach. We'll go check out what's happening here with the sunset. See over here to the left, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A couple kids down there sealing. That's kind of cool. So there's 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 people grand total all the way down I can see. And then over here on the right, I have this wonderful couple here, and then I see maybe 3 or 4 more people. So yeah, less than 20 people right now out for the sunset in Kaanapali. So the numbers are going up as far as tourists arriving every day. I've been talking to people that are coming in on the airplanes, and they're experiencing not very long wait, 15 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how many flights landed at that time, but it sounds like that's getting under control. So yeah, things are happening. Things are looking up. This is some pretty cool stuff happening over here. You got this cloud line. Obviously a big rainstorm over there on Molokai right now. And we have some heavenly stuff happening up there. But yeah, I think in order for the big show, we need a little more less cloud cover in order to get those rays to come through. But nevertheless, it's gorgeous out here. Air temperature is maybe 75. So you will find links in the description of this video. If you don't know how to find that, if you're on a phone, it's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There's a little arrow. Click on that arrow. That'll open up links to a whole cornucopia of beautiful resources for you. So everything that's for sale, obviously, at the Maui Kai and the Mahana. And of course, all the links you need for getting your test registration, I guess you would call it, getting your QR code, excuse me. I did learn yesterday from that nice couple I talked to that you do need 2 QR codes if you're coming into 2 airports. So if you go Honolulu and then to Maui, you'll need 1 for each airport. They also said it's a very good idea to print out your test results because you're going to need to show that at the rental car counter, and when you check in at your resort, having the paper copy is just a lot easier to deal with, but they definitely recommended that. And I'll also put some links in the description for VRBO Airbnb for the Mahana and renting at Maui Kai. But please open up those links. I think if you're on a desktop or a computer there, I think it's 3 dots and says more. I think that's what it says. I'm always on my phone, but be sure to check that out. And also, you know, if you want to support the channel, please share the video, subscribe. That's super important. Love to subscribe if you found this enjoyable, and obviously a thumbs up. And you know, YouTube recently allowed me to have my own t-shirt line, so if you want to check it out, I think it's pretty cool. It's the I Practice Aloha, Live Aloha, and of course my rainbow logo. And yeah, it's the website is www.ipracticealoha.com. Just came out, so my shirts are arriving here in a few days. I can't wait to check them out. But yeah, it's kind of nice. YouTube, you know, supporting creators and saying, hey, have your own t-shirt, buddy. So yeah, I'm excited. And you know, the reason I did the I Practice Aloha and Live Aloha logos or words is because that's what the world needs right now. And I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do a channel, I'm not just going to be hawking real estate. You know, I like to make a difference in whatever way I can. And I thought, you know what? The world needs aloha. It does. So maybe someone reads your shirt and goes, what are you talking about? And you can explain to them the spirit of aloha and how it works. And, you know, it's just love is all it is, man. Love your neighbor. Love yourself. Love your environment. You know, love your kids. Love people you haven't met before. You know, if you're commenting on a video somewhere on YouTube, you know, be loving. What a concept, you know, right? Oh, some of those comments, man, I'll tell you what, I gotta hit the delete button. Like, well, I gotta wash their mouth out. You know, their mom didn't teach them not to use naughty words, you know. But anyway, that's not aloha, guys, you know. So practice aloha, teach aloha, live aloha. So I don't know, I was just kind of inspired by that, and I think it's a pretty cool message. And to be able to wear your aloha, start a conversation with somebody, and just, hey, by the way, I wanted to point this out. You know, I think this is kind of cool, and you guys, maybe you'll get inspired by this. But one of the things that I did when I lived on the mainland, I would do this too. I was kind of crazy. Of course, I'm a little crazy, right? I did move to Maui, punched out of corporate America. But anyway, I was a mortgage high-level executive for many years, by the way. I wasn't always a real estate guy, but I did a lot of mortgages and helped the mortgage company grow from 5 loan officers to 500 loan officers in a few years, so that was cool. But showing up, sitting in traffic every day, no thanks. But here's what I used to do, right? And you can do this too. Get your Live Aloha shirt, get your I Practice Aloha shirt, because that would be cool, right, to have that. But I also would do little luau's at my house. It'd be like middle of February, I got the tiki torches outside. I got the aloha music going. I'm drinking longboard beers, you know? I am in Hawaii in my mind. I have the map of Hawaii up on my kitchen, in the kitchen for a year or two. It sat there. First time my dad saw it, he goes, "Ooh, that's dangerous." Yeah, that's dangerous. You put that up on your wall, buddy. Because you know what you think about, what you focus on, that's kind of what happens in your life. Kind of cool, but can also be kind of not so cool if you're focusing on the wrong stuff, you know? So focus on the good stuff, and then the good stuff will come. Bad stuff comes, you just go, eh. You know, as they say in Pidgin, you know, no need, brah. Don't need that bad stuff. Yeah, you deal with it, you dodge, you punch, you get back up, whatever, but focus on the good stuff. Throw yourself a luau at your house, and keep that aloha spirit going in your community. Keep it going in your family. Because you know what? That's the number one thing that Hawaii has that no other place on planet Earth has. I'm sorry. You won't find it anywhere else. I'll tell you a quick story and I'll end on this. There was a couple that bought a house over on the Big Island. They were attorneys from New York. They're wealthy people. They bought like, you know, $2-3 million house. And they're going to come stay in it like 1 or 2 weeks, a year maybe, or a month, whatever. So they closed on the house. They moved in, you know, for a brief period of time. And then we kept running into them, you know, like, "Hey, you're still here?" We're like, "Yeah, no, we haven't left yet." 2 months later, "Whoa, you guys are still here? What are you doing?" And they literally didn't leave the Big Island. And so one day we're like asking them, like, what's going on? They go, "Hey man, we're from New York. We've never experienced the aloha. We've never experienced what we're experiencing here. We can't go back to New York. There's so much good vibration, so much aloha. It's just, you can't explain it. But that's the one thing that you will not find, I think, anywhere else in the world, the way it happens here in Hawaii. I truly believe that. So anyway, for what it's worth, aloha. Thank you for watching. Until next time, if there's anything you want me to do, check out Go See. I'd love to do it for you. Hit me in the comments section. I try to respond as much as I can. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Once again, I have no idea where I'm going to go, no idea what I'm going to say. These are all live, by the way, so if I do something goofy, hey man, yeah, I'm doing the best I can here. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Till next time, I shall return. Eric West out. And I'm going to leave you with this one last little shot. And the sounds of paradise. Nothing like the ocean to heal your soul. I believe that.